All right, YouTube family, what's going on? I'm in the fight mobile again. Came out the house, decided to make a quick run to Walgreens, get some basic supplies. Even though my wife probably went shopping already, but you gotta get those little treats, snacks, that type of stuff the kids love. The good dad thing. So here I am now, just chilling, getting ready to do some research. Next thing I know, I turn on the page. Bam! I'm reading my articles because I want to find out what's going on with Pat Barry. So I decided let me just do some research on him. The next thing I know, all of a sudden I hear now that Jon Jones has been arrested for violation of probation because of the speeding ticket that he got. And I'm like, whoa, well, that's gonna now that's gonna affect his upcoming mentally. The fight is April 23rd. That's a couple of days away. Going into the fight with this arrest thing and another court thing looming over him, that may affect his mindset and his ability to perform in the ring. So I'm like, okay, well, what's going on with that? So I honestly, this is a tough call. He's in a tough spot because who's gonna believe a guy that did a hit and run a couple months ago, who was formerly addicted to drugs and who's only been 6 months sober? Who's gonna believe somebody like that? Versus a cop on the police force, who's gonna be? He's in a tough spot. So I did see the video of him being pulled over, and he was very angry about being pulled over. He was adamant that he wasn't speeding. So, for his sake, I'm hoping he wasn't speeding. I'm hoping that the driver in the other car comes forward to testify to that. And that would really help him in terms of getting that off his back. I'm hoping that it doesn't affect him mentally going into the next fight. That's what I'm really hoping, because he's got to be able to perform and think clearly going up against Daniel Cormier. Because Daniel Cormier is relaxed, highly motivated, and he's determined. Do not underestimate Daniel Cormier. As a fan, this guy, you look at his, as Jon Jones would say, you look at his tubby body and you don't think much about him. But he's a former Olympian. He's short, has a low center of gravity, and he has the strength to boot. You understand? So you can't underestimate Daniel Cormier. He's been training, working on his cardio, and he's in good physical shape. I spoke to him on Twitter, and he said he's just been focused. All right, so imagine that. Even during the off season, he was still focused on training with Cain Velasquez. So just imagine that, right? And then now this happens, So I'm a bit concerned. I'm hoping that the trial date is beyond April 23rd, or so now he can get into the ring and fight and do what he needs to do to make it happen. So I'll keep you guys posted on this, but I wasn't expecting Jon Jones to get a violation of probation. I did see the video, and apparently the tickets that he got is one for drag racing, failure to maintain lane, exhibition driving, failure to maintain lane, and illegal license plate and illegal modification of his vehicle. So, I'm thinking the illegal license plate one, that's probably just, you got the dealership. It's a brand new car, because you still haven't got the stuff from the MVS yet. It's a brand new car, so it maybe had just the license, the paper tags, and the license plate that came with the vehicle from the factory, and that's what the cop wrote in as an illegal license plate. The other ticket, the other part of that ticket, the modification to the vehicle, I mean, I don't say, you can modify your vehicle to make noise. There's nothing wrong with that. In order for the cop to say his vehicle is illegally modified, the cop would have to get underneath the vehicle, look at it. You can modify your vehicle to make all the noise you want, as long as it doesn't mess with the emissions or the catalytic conversion or the emission standards of the state. So your vehicle could make all the noise it wants. So I think that was more modified to make noise and not to drag race. I wasn't there myself, I don't know, but I know you can do that modification for a fact. Don't ask me how I know. So the next ticket, the exhibition driving, that's going to be when the other person comes forward. Because according to John, he just revved his engine up and then pulled off at a regular speed with the fans in the other car beside him. He wasn't speeding. But we'll see how that works out. So, I mean, I'm just stunned. And I'm hoping that this doesn't affect his performance going into the fight with Daniel Cormier. And I'm hoping it works out for him. And truly, I'm a skeptic. I'm always skeptical. I don't know why. It's just in my nature. But for some reason, I'm just leaning on the side I believe in Jon Jones for some reason. I'm leaning on the side I believe in him for some reason. Because he seemed pretty adamant that he was not speeding. I mean, if you are in the wrong, and that's just me. If I'm in the wrong and a cop pulled me over, I'm gonna admit it. I'm not gonna drop all types of f bombs and call him all type of pigs and get upset and that type of stuff. Okay. Now if Jon Jones is in the wrong and he's not admitting it, then that's probably a deeper rooted problem. But for now, I'm kind of leaning towards believing Jon Jones. And if he's wrong, I'll hope that he'd admit it and man up and take the punishment or whatever the supposed to happen. But I hope that he fights to the best of his ability and do whatever he has to do. I hope legally this doesn't mess him up for the rest of his life. That he has a whole future ahead of him. And if I was Jon Jones and it seemed like the cops in that area are screwing with me because they think that maybe I got off easy for a hit and run, they don't like me or whatever, I just hire somebody to drive me. That's all you gotta do, John. Hire a driver. That's what I would. Just hire a driver. Don't drive yourself. I know you like nice cars. Hire a driver. Don't drive yourself. And you're a high net worth individual. If you want, you can possibly move from that state and move your gym or whatever. You can't your training camp somewhere else. You may have to do that. You may have to do that. And I would say work your connections to get yourself out of this, provided that you're innocent, and make it happen. Stay focused, but just change your behavior pattern. Don't drive yourself. Don't even go out. Because do like me, I don't go out unless I'm taking my wife out to dinner or taking my kids somewhere or going to some special event or something. I just stay in the house and chill because I'm a full time dad. Or if I I do work. By me saying I'm a full time dad, I mean my priorities in terms of me going out and going places is centered around my family, and it might be the same thing with Jon Jones. So this is just a tough to call, man. It's tough to call. John, I would say just do what I do. I only drive to work, home, school, family, and other little social things, and I'm done. And that's it. I just don't go to a party or hang out. Period. So maybe that's where you need to dial back your lifestyle. Maybe you've already dialed back your lifestyle. Maybe it's just something random. I don't know. It's like I said, it's tough to call. But I'm hoping that you some kind of way you work through this. And just hire a driver, John. Just hire a driver, John. That's a guy. Jon Jones, if I were you, I just hire a driver, and I'm hoping that this doesn't mess him up. I'm just, man. This guy was doing so good, and now this happens. This is kind of just throwing me off, though. All right, man. That's my 2 cents from the fight cheer. Sorry if I'm rambling on, but I had to update you guys, man. Peace out.